Hi, my name is Brandon Skon, and I want to talk to you as a mother. Mrs. Warren, do you know what this man, your husband, does for a living? Do you know what he does to other people's little girls, Mrs. Warren? Do you know what he does to other mommies like you, Mrs. Warren? Do you know that he allows the thugs in the sheriff department to tell other mommies just like you, Mrs. Warren, that they are going to die soon to their daughters? Do you know that he allows this? And that he prosecutes anyone that speaks up about it? Do you know that he allows the 13th District Criminal Court to be infested with family court members that pray and rape poor families for having no lights or protesting? Are you down with that, Mrs. Warren? Do you think that's okay? Do you think it would be okay if your husband sent our men after you and they said you're upsetting the wrong people? Stop protesting or you won't see your kids again? Do you think that's okay, Mrs. Warren? What if your husband, Andrew Warren, did that to you? How, Mrs. Warren, would that make you feel? And then he called you a dangerous psychopath, a criminal, and threw you in jail for a year and tortured you. How would you feel if your little girl grew up and turned 18 and immediately your husband called her dangerous? How would you feel, Mrs. Warren, if your husband sent armed order-following thugs with guns to arrest you for complaining about him? How would you feel if he told your children that you didn't love them? How would you feel, Mrs. Warren, if you cried out for help and no one would listen? No one cared. Would you like that, Mrs. Warren? Well, Mrs. Warren, guess what? My mommy doesn't like it. My daddy doesn't like it. My sister doesn't like it. My brother doesn't like it. I don't like it. Please, Mrs. Warren, I know you're a good mommy. I know you wouldn't let this happen to your kids. Please, Mrs. Warren, stop this from happening to my family. I know my little 6-year-old sister isn't your daughter, but I know a mother has the eyes of a mother and sees all sweet and precious 6-year-old little girls as if they were your own. Please, Mrs. Warren, protect this family. Protect this from your husband, Andrew Warren. You have no idea who he is. This is my little brother Alex. I love him very much. Please help me get him back. My parents do love him very much. This is my 6-year-old sister Abby. I love her very much. Please help me get her back. My parents do love her very much. Can you do me a favor, Mrs. Warren? Can you tell my little sister that my mommy and daddy are not going to die? Tell my little sister Abby not to believe the monsters all around her that your husband Andrew Warren allows. I know you have the power, Mrs. Warren. Please help me, just like I know you'd help your family. Because I know, Mrs. Warren, you are a good mommy.